All Things Motoring is owned and brought to you by CHANGECARS, South Africa's trusted online vehicle platform. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just need advice, visit changecars.co.za.
Coming up this week on All Things Motoring, Gugu signs up with MasterDrive to go hit Zwartkops in a 5.0 Mustang. Ernest goes in search of all things motoring on a smaller scale as he checks out what the Scale Automotive Show has to offer the Mother City.
We are back again with another episode of All Things Motoring, and we're at Zwartkops Raceway. I know it seems like Zwartkops Raceway is starting to look like a second home for us. It probably is. Today we're here with MasterDrive. You may have seen Ernest a few episodes ago doing some driver training with MasterDrive. He is an instructor, and he gave me a call and said, hey, listen, would you like to do a driving course with MasterDrive? I said, Ernie, I've done a few. He said to me, it's in a Mustang. And I said, say no more. So that's why we're here today. We're going to be driving his 5-litre V8 Mustangs, and if anyone knows me, you know that I'm a die-hard fan for these big engine V8 cars. So today is going to be a day of learning and a day of having a ton of fun. You may be wondering, why am I doing more of these driving courses? Well, I've done one with AMG, I've done the drifting with XS Drift. The reason behind it for me is to just get more track time. So the more track time you get, the faster you become, the better you become. And doing a driving course with a different organization, you also learn something new. So looking forward to learning some new stuff, looking forward to having fun and hearing those V8s, and I hope you are looking forward to it as well. I am standing with Eugene Herbert. Eugene?
Hi.
We meet again. Do you remember how we met the first time?
Listen, just refresh my memory, because hopefully both my skills and yours have improved since then.
Have improved since then.
Yeah.
So interesting story how we met. I think it was in the beginning of my career, very long time ago, like 7-8 years ago, on a launch.
Yes.
And I honestly didn't know what I was doing. I spun out. He's behind me. I'm just frightened and shocked. He comes and gives me his business card. He's like, come do a driving course. So we meet again.
Absolutely.
Hey?
Listen, I know for a fact that your skills have improved.
Oh, we did try. Thank you.
And benefit of age on your side, you're probably better than me in many ways.
No.
We'll put it to the test one of these days.
Okay, one of these days we'll come back. So tell me about MasterDrive. Like, what is it all about?
Interesting. MasterDrive, it's been going around for 25 years.
Wow.
So it's not new to the business that we do, but what has happened, we've morphed it over the years from a plain defensive driving institution into a one that embraces other things, such as a high-performance program. Interestingly, you know, there are other cars out there, BMWs, AMGs, etc. We were looking for something that we could add value, but also use it as an opportunity to get a message through to some of our clients who may be inclined to think we only do boring things. But clearly we don't.
No, you don't, because I always thought MasterDrive was basically defensive driving until now.
Well, that's our bread and butter. But what this is interesting is we get an opportunity to engage with people who have a passion for motor cars. Yes, we burn a hang of a lot of fuel. Just to give you an idea, this morning, that would have been 3 tanks of fuel that we burned. My petrol gauge is now empty. But having said that, you know what we do to compensate for it? Because that's clearly pumping pollutants into the environment. we've looked at partnering with an organization that plants trees. So with the calculations, how much fuel we've used, we will calculate, and we put in something good back into the industry. So I do trust that whilst we allow our customers, our guests and our clients to have an enjoyable time, and what's particularly nice about Zwartkops, it's relatively small, so you circulate very quickly and you can see what the others are doing. And I must just say, the phenomenal interest that we've had, and it's guys like you that are petrol heads, we relate to that. It doesn't mean you have to be boring, eh?
Yeah,
people think
you
safety
don't
is
have to be
boring. No.
What made you choose the Mustangs, if I may ask? You could have chosen anything.
This interesting story. I've been involved with Ford through their DSFL program for since 2010, I think it is. Yeah. And when I went to the States to help them out there with the program, they run Mustangs. And that literally was my first experience in a Mustang. And I thought, if they ever came to South Africa, it should be something we should look at. Okay. And lo and behold, Derek, our training director, one day we were looking at how we can breathe some new life into the business. And he said, so why don't we put Mustangs? Needless to say, everybody booed him. But on reflection, I thought, well, nobody else is running it. So it's totally different. And as you saw over here, and we run a selection of Mustangs from non or basic to a Roush Stage 3 conversion, which is kilowatt output 450. But just so that anybody who thinks that they're going to come on our course and drive a supercharged Mustang at that power, no. We have special telematics in it. We can set the power all the same. So when we announce the timed laps, nobody can say you drove a faster car than me. And you know what? We just happen to enjoy it. And we meet really, really nice people. That's awesome. We have one guest over here who drove from Christiana.
Where is Christiana?
Near Kimberley. Hey?
Come through, Kimberley.
Okay, and we also run this program in Cape Town because our office is based at Killarney Racetrack.
Like Ernest, one of our presenters.
Yes.
He does it.
And he's one of our instructors over there. So we've just managed to embrace, and you know what's nice about what Ernest has done for us? He's a cool guy.
Yeah, lovely guy.
And he speaks our language.
Yeah.
And when we work together on the track, it just reiterates that you don't have to be dull and boring to be a safe driver. And enjoy ourselves.
Such a lovely guy. Such a lovely guy. So last question, tell me about the courses. So you've got the defensive driving course.
Okay. Yeah. Let me run them through you quickly. We run defensive driving course from motorbikes all the way through to heavy trucks.
Well, absolutely. I need to do the motorbike one then.
Okay. Derek is the guy to speak to. Our focus is on the passenger vehicles, code B, C, etc. We also run a customized heavy vehicle course for tankers. And you must come and experience that as well. We'll put you behind the wheel of this and you actually roll it.
A tanker?
Yeah, I'm serious, eh? But the interesting thing about it is that we've reduced instances where our customers have rolled vehicles. Yeah. In some instances, we saved like 80 million rand in 1 year. Wow. Now that's phenomenal. Now think of the impact on the environment. You spill diesel into the environment. That's bad. So not only is it a good business practice, but it's also kind to the environment. And then what we do, we have accredited because organizations, the company is level 2. So if they want to use that to get a better B score rating, we're able to do it. But I must tell you the last thing, and forgive me if I'm going over time. No. For Samola, we've entered the car that we have here today. Look,
the one behind you.
Yeah, it's a training car. So it's nothing really special. That's been entered into the category where there's some Shelbys and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see. But what we have done is we've found a driver, disadvantaged background. We went through a vetting process along with Killarney, MSA, etc. And we are now putting him into a car at Samola. We've sponsored it. That's along amazing. With Castrol. And so here's an opportunity because Samola, it's all rich white dudes.
No, it is.
So what about people have an opportunity in motorsport? Where you're coming from? So we're giving that, and the best is, and if you're there, we've built an Audi RS6 into a 4-seater race car.
Really?
It's got roll cage, it's got race seats. You can imagine that.
That's one of my favorite cars, I must be honest. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Okay, I'll tell you what we do. When we get together at our next event, I'll bring that along, and not only will you can be a passenger, but you can drive it.
Sounds
How's that for a deal?
That's a good deal.
Okay, let's shake on it. But thank you for being here. Take care.
Thank you for chatting, man.
After the break, Gugu chats to some of the MasterDrive participants.
We are standing with Nonhlanhla, and she's one of the entrants for this high performance driving course. Nani, how are you?
I'm okay, New Gugu.
Good, it's nice to meet you.
Same, yeah.
So I've
Same,
seen you running around quite a bit. How has it been so far?
so good, so good. The experience is so wonderful. It's first time being here.
Yeah, first time doing this kind of thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the car. Oh, I love the car.
You love.
Oh,
What do you
the-
love about the car? I
The
can guess, but tell me.
speed. The speed, you know,
Yeah.
the speed. It's first time hearing that sound. You know, our cars, they don't have that sound.
They don't sound like this.
No, no, no.
They don't sound like this.
So it was so amazing.
Uh-huh.
And the balance of the car.
balance. So Nani, it's your first time doing this sort of thing out on a racetrack, right?
Yes, it's the first time on a racetrack.
Very first time. What have you
First time.
learned?
Oh, I've
so
learned
far?
a lot.
Yeah,
Lines,
yeah.
to be on track, the curves.
The curves.
Oh, the
you can't go in
curves.
too fast, can you?
No, you can't.
Yeah?
You can't. So I've learned so a lot about the curves. When to brake. Oh,
When to, no, that is important, right?
yes.
When to brake.
Yes, yes, it's very important. So it's easy to curve when you started with your brakes in, and then it's easy to curve. So I've learned a lot. I didn't know this.
Would you recommend this for
Oh,
other
please.
females?
Yes, I do.
Because normally
Please.
it's males who do this kind of thing.
No, that's true. That's true.
Would you
No,
think
I
it's
will-
good enough for females?
It's good enough.
Yeah?
I will invite my friends. I'm coming
Good.
again.
At the start of this course, I met a new friend. His name is Isak. Isak, are you well?
Fantastic, Gugu, and you?
Good, you're still smiling, which is good.
Yeah.
So you just went in now, right, for your hot
Yeah.
lap. How
Yeah.
was that?
It was superb, Gugu.
Yeah?
I felt like compared to my initial warm-up laps, I definitely went a bit faster, but so I think the experience has definitely been better, I think, now.
Yeah, than your initial lap.
Than my initial lap, but it's been phenomenal. I love the Ford Mustang, the brute force,
Yeah.
the V8,
The sound.
the sound, it's
Yeah.
absolute kick, eh? Yeah, so
You've done this before, though.
I have.
And how was this compared to the other one that you did?
Yeah, good question. I think they're different, Gugu. And the reason they're different is I think because there you start off with sort of a theoretical lesson
Yeah.
and you do a bit of the skid span, and then you go out to the track and you get to drive all of them. Where here,
Isak is referring to the AMG one.
the AMG one.
Which you saw.
Yeah,
I also did one, by the way.
yeah, he also did one,
Yeah.
Gugu. So I think from that perspective, slightly different. But I also like it here. I think it works for me having had that background.
Yeah.
You get onto the track straight away.
Yeah.
So I
There's no
think the
fear
short
or
intro, yeah, no fear. You know what you need to do, and they teach you the basics. It's been
Yeah.
fantastic. Love it. Eh?
What have
Yeah.
you learned?
What have
on
I
this one?
learned, Gugu?
Pressure.
Yeah, I think to be honest, like I really enjoyed the fact that you can use all your visuals. In other words, extend further,
Yeah.
look further.
That's important, right?
That's critical. So it allows you to go not only to drive faster, which is obviously part of today and the fun bit, but also I think just on the roads, back at day-to-day type of stuff, it allows you to be safer on the roads. Yeah, so I think that's a big thing for me. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good chatting, brother.
Thanks, buddy.
I've had a cracker of a time out with the MasterDrive team driving these 5-litre V8 Mustangs. I had driven the 2.3-litre EcoBoost. These babies over here far exceeded my expectations. Ernest, brother, appreciate you making the call. MasterDrive, thank you so much for hosting us. And I think people learned a lot here today. I would encourage you to get out here, do one of these courses and just become a better driver and be safe.
Stay tuned. After the break, Ernest heads to the Scale Automotive Show.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.
They say as the boys get older, the toys only get more expensive, like this Nevada with all the little bits and bobs. But it's not just about those kind of toys when it comes to car shows and this show, because this is All Things Motoring. And we are now going to go check out Scale Automotive and see what's happening with the Scale models. Let's go. I'm standing here with the organizers of the Eventrais and Robin. Raiz, let's start with you. What gets me is the fact that you got real cool cars in the workshop here today.
Yeah, so that's Robin's idea, actually, just to get a bit of vibe and a feel around the model cars. So it's not just in a hall and it's a bit mundane, so it's to create a feeling and a bit of excitement here.
And it definitely works. There's lots of excitement here. As soon as I walked in here, I checked out some of the interesting cars. Now, from your guys' perspective, you said earlier that you brought a bunch of different types of collectors together here today. What's that about?
So basically, myself and Robin, we do model building, which is plastic kits and scale custom. But we link to a lot of different people in the same toy fraternity, Hot Wheels, scale, slot cars and die cars. So the idea is to join everyone together and sort of grow the community of the hobby, basically.
So from your perspective, Robin, what exactly are you into, and what is there anything that you come here and think to yourself, you know what, this surprises me?
So, firstly, let's start off with what interests me, Japanese cars. From one scale, which is real scale, to right down to 164, whatever, the smallest scale. Then what surprises me is that no such show exists in, I don't want to say South Africa because I haven't been all over, but in Cape Town. You know, it doesn't exist at all. So in terms of...
And it's usually a support to another show.
Correct.
Yeah.
And not only that, which show can you go to where you get to see under a car?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Or like a real diorama. So for those who don't understand what a diorama is, it's a setting with a car and then a backdrop.
Yeah.
Here you have a real, you know, which that was my thinking.
I get it now.
That was my
This
thinking.
is an actual diorama that we're standing in at the moment.
That's it, and we the scale people.
Yeah.
So that was my thinking.
Okay, nice.
We brought a bunch of different people into one space. That was our idea.
Well, that's exactly what we're seeing here today. The guys bringing different people and different cars and different types of cars into one space. That is what the show is all about, folks. Are we going to see you guys next year? I'm standing here with Rajan, and you have one of the biggest collection of, let me get this right, 1 to 8 scale cars, and these are gigantic. You've got a couple on display here. I know you've built 18 already. The detail on this is absolutely incredible. How long does it take to put something like this together, Rajan?
Well, they vary. The F40 took me about 5 months. The Alpha took me 13 months.
Is that because you're trying to find parts, or is it the actual doing of the...
It's partly, I mean, that took me 6 weeks just to paint because the car weighs about 11 kilos. So, you know, the body itself is quite heavy. So, you know, maneuvering the thing to do the paint job, and it's a bare metal, you know, you go down to bare metal and then you build a car. And then, of course, making parts.
Yeah, so you got to custom fabricate everything.
I scratch built a lot of things. I mean, it comes, you know, some things come in a basic kit form, but I actually, you know, the detail is very poor, so I extra detail everything. I do research on the engines, the plumbing, the wiring.
So the wiring and the plumbing is period correct, so to speak.
It has to be period correct.
What do you mean it has to be, Rajan? Why would it have to be?
It has to be.
Just slap some paint on it and then we're done.
Yeah, you know, I would know. So there are details in here, Ernest, which you can't see.
Of course not.
And I can't see because they're actually hidden underneath. But I know they're there. And that's the joy of it. So.
Rajan, if you were a doctor, I'd want you to be my doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, Rajan, a surgeon when it comes to these cars. You got to see the stuff to believe it.
Thank you.
I'm standing here with Nisham, and Nisham and I go way back. We used to race with RC drift cars back in the day, but you are now with this collection in front here. It's you two buddies that I also know, and you guys have put together this collection. What is this about?
So look, I mean, this is just our pride and joy on display, really. You know, RC does a lot of these high-end 1:18 scale cars, a lot of like pre-order only cars. You can't get them. You need to be in the line 6 months in advance to get them.
Custom cars?
Custom cars, yeah. No, custom tuner cars, mines, top secret, Liberty War cars.
I saw that.
I do a bit of that, but I do mostly 1:64 in that now. And my latest thing is dioramas. I'm doing a lot of dioramas. So diorama is just like a scene, you know.
Okay.
I've got like the Spoon parking lot, the Spoon workshop, and Liberty Walk,
Yeah.
etc. Yeah.
Oh, super nice. But doesn't this take a lot of time?
It does. I'll be honest, for the show, the two biggest dios, I actually did like literally last weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I just worked flat out to get it done.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I came with a couple of stuff last year and I didn't want to come with the same stuff, so I've made some new ones.
Okay, well,
for this year.
Look, I know that you've got another toy that's standing right here.
Yeah,
But I do quite like these toys. What's the next plan?
No, I'm gonna do more dios. I've already got next year's shows plans in my head. Doing a scuba pit straight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Scuba,
massive.
for those that don't
massive.
know, Scuba Circuit, one of the most popular circuits in the world in Japan.
Right.
If you like JDM, Japanese
My favorite
cars,
circuit. My favorite circuit. Yeah.
Same.
1 minute around scuba. That's the dream. That's the dream. Yeah, so that, and I've got a couple other ones that I'm busy with as well.
Okay, nice.
Hobby shop. A scene from Japan, a Japan parking lot, that sort of thing. Because I'm into the JDM stuff, obviously, must be Japanese. I'll do other things, but yeah.
Well, we'll look forward to it next year.
Cheers, man.
JDM stand, check it out. I'm standing with Zane and Zira over here, and these young gentlemen have just won a prize because that's what you can do at the show. And can I have a closer look at what you won there? And what's your favorite car?
Ferrari.
Oh, he likes Ferrari. So do I. Plenty of those to see here, but I have to give this back. I think he's going to want it back. I'm chilling with Cole over here, and I saw you cruising around in what looks like... What is this? Is this a Veilside? Is this a top secret? Is this a top secret GTR?
The GTR R34.
Oh.
No, R35.
Nice. R35. It is R35. One of my personal favorites. Why do you like this car so much, Cole?
It's the body kit that makes me like it.
I like the body kit too. Other than this, what other cars do you like?
Ferrari F40 and Mazda RX-7s.
And there's plenty of that over here. Cole, thanks so much for chatting to us. Enjoy the drive. So my time at the Scale Automotive Show has come to an end, but I'm not done yet because I'm still trying to find an E36 scale model in here somewhere. There has to be a somewhere. Is that it? Anyways, I'll see you guys around. Cheers.
That's it for now. Coming up next week on All Things Motoring, Michael catches up with the guys from the Africa Rally as they embark on the adventure of a lifetime. And Ernest takes a very special retro Toyota for a drive.
The All Things Motoring team now has a brand new podcast. If you're looking to know more about car finance, insurance or servicing, or if you're deciding whether to keep it or change cars, you'll find all the advice you need. Available now on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. We are standing with Nonhlanhla. She's one of the entrants for, what do you call this? High performance?
MasterDrive.
Okay. Intimacy.
Yes, like it, getting to know him quite close, intimate, yeah, like you said.
Oh no! All Things Motoring is owned and brought to you by CHANGECARS, the platform buyers trust with good reason. CHANGECARS works exclusively with the best manufacturer-approved dealerships. There's no safer online vehicle platform in South Africa.